A warm welcome this afternoon to the National League Division 1 T20 final, which sees the Arctic Wolves Storm Riders playoff against FinCricket Club for a place in next year's Finnish Premier League. That's what's on the line today, and the news from the toss is that the Storm Riders won the toss and elected to bowl, so FinCricket it is that will bat first today. Just received the team sheets. This is Andrew Armitage from Cricket Finland, commentary direct live from the Kerava National Cricket Ground after the women's T10 national final was played. And we have a little bit of cloud cover this afternoon. Looks like it's cleared up. The torrential rain that we had this morning has fortunately gone away. And FinCricket opening bats will be Nishkit Singh, number 85, and Sapan Mehta, 91. So, opening the batting today for FinCricket, we have no less than Sapan Mehta, 91, ex-Finnish Bear himself, and partnered by Nishkit Singh. And it'll be Afzali who will open in the bowling from the water tower end, as that's left. Umpire Srinidhi signalling the wide. And that one swung round the corner, well played by Mehta. It's a little bit of dampness from this morning and it won't go all the way to the boundary. They'll come back for a second. Which brings Mehta back onto strike. Classic left-hand bat. Sapan, retired from the Finnish Bears this summer. And this one, classic cover drive through the fielder, manages to get something on it. Take a one, and there's a bit of a wayward throw and not taken by the keeper, so one for the overthrow as well. So that's another double for Sapan. As Afzali continues, just blocked to the extra cover fielder. No run there. And this one flicked round the corner, just past the left hand of umpire Venkat at square leg, and now just take a single. which brings Singh on to strike. Left-right combination here already in the first over. Umpires Srinidhi and Venkat, the officials for today for this National League Division 1 T20 final match. All on the line here for a place in the Finnish Premier League in 2025. The loser of this game will then play off for the second spot with Tampere Cricket Club for a place in the Premier League next year, as Afzali it is to continue. And this one is just top edged into the mid-wicket area, and the catch is taken. A little bit of a slip there, thought he might struggle, but he managed to get under the ball, and that one is the fall of the first wicket with the score on 6. So Singh departs for a duck. And Mehta will be joined by number 75, Gaurav Pensia. With, I was just about to say one left in the over, that was the end of the over. And Rahman it is, number 25. Who will take the second over from the residential end. Looks like a little bit of left arm spin we're in store for here. And Mehta is to face. And that one's left alone by Mehta. Through to the keeper. So left arm to left-handed bat. For the first balls of this over, at least. Mehta just playing that one through to the cover fielder, no run. A little bit short of the third one, just straight back to the bowler. Mehta, they're taking 2. Just excuse me for the cough. I've got a glass of water here in the box. Apologies there for the extended cough break. I haven't got anything else with me here in the commentary box, so unfortunately a little bit silent on the last few balls, but 2 off the last one from Mehta, who continues with typically classy offside shots. Another one, this time a little bit of football in the outfield. Manages to cut off the second, they just take a single, which brings us to the end of the second with the score on 12 for the loss of the 1 wicket. So another 6 off that over. 6 overs here in the power play. Standard T20 regulations. Only 2 fielders out in the power play period. It looks like there'll be enough Sally to continue from the water tower end for his second over. So Mehta, having taken a single to move himself along to 10, will face the first ball of the third over. Leaves that one. Sapan continuing the long line of classic left-hand top order batters. Certainly up there with one of the classiest ones we've had involved in Finnish cricket. Just as I commentator's curse give him a play and miss. Shout there from the Arctic Wolves bowler and fielder, but there's no interest from umpire Srinidhi Ravindra from the business end. That'll be another dot. And that one again played nicely through the offside to the point fielder, whose return wasn't quick enough to the keeper to avoid another run. Just about to say there was a run out chance available there, but the take not clean enough, not attacking the ball hard enough there to stop that one. So Mehta moves his score along to 11 from 13 balls faced, and Pensia wants to take strike for the first time this morning to Afsali. Nice gentle right arm medium. Continuing from the water tower end. And again, that one just played out straight to the cover fielder on the ring, and as we have seen in previous T20 matches in the Premier League as well, from anybody that's followed them earlier, ring fielders tend to be set back on the ring and they're not cutting off singles. It's exactly the same here today. Shouldn't really have been a single there, but there was. As Afsali continues to Mehta, and he attempted pull shot, doesn't really make contact there, and there's no run. That one's through the keeper. Backup fielders. A lot of footwork going on here rather than hands, but returned in the end to the keeper, but they come back for a second quite easily. Finishes third on 16 for 1. And 25 Rahman to continue. Left arm around to the right-handed Pensia, who's on 1 currently. So half of the power play gone, and there's only 5.33 the current run rate. Lots of appealing going on out there, but didn't see much to appeal for. No run. Could have even possibly stolen a single there. If the FinCricket batters had been sharp to the situation. This one just played back. Bowler fields off his own bowling, and there's another dot. So slow going here for the FinCricket batters this morning. Not really taking advantage of the power play fielding restrictions up till now. This one just dropped in a little bit shorter and not quite timed. Pull squirting out to mid-wicket fielder again on the ring. There's a single. Seems to be a single to all ring fielders here this morning. Can't help but think that FinCricket skipper needs to bring his at least a couple of fielders in shorter and tighter on that single, but still they're not giving all that much away despite the field settings. Number 34, Aminul it is, that's brought round to short mid-wicket to the left-handed Mehta. Short extra cover fielder in as well, and that one is hit over the top. Mehta goes for again another attacking stroke there, but doesn't make contact through the keeper. And oh, it was wide. Sorry, didn't catch how wide it was. So it's 2 runs on top of the wide, so that's 3 onto the score. And Mehta gets himself back on strike. Playing a miss. Mehta repeats the shot that he wished he'd played. Didn't make any contact with that one, and 22 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of the 4th. So 2 overs remaining in the power play, only going along at 5.5 an over here. The FinCricket batters. Active Wolves, Storm Rider bowlers and fielders managing to bowl relatively tightly. Change of bowling. We'll see Hossain. Looks like right arm medium from the water tower end to Pensia, who just dabs that one down to mid-wicket, and again they'll come back for, or sorry, come through for the single. Bringing Mehta left-handed batsman on strike. Hossain then changes action to right arm around the wicket. And that one is right in the slot for Mehta to slap away with disdain, one would say. 4 runs. First boundary of the morning, or the afternoon, I beg your pardon. Been here a few hours already, watching the rain come down early this morning. Thankfully, a bit of blue sky and sun out this afternoon, and that one, sunny shot from Mehta. 4, lovely 4 through extra cover. That's for a repeat this time, but straight through to the keeper. Doesn't manage to get bat on that one. Similar delivery. Long off now out, and a third man, just in front of the commentary box. The 2 fielders out for this power play over. Mehta goes for another expansive cover drive, doesn't manage to make contact, and straight through to the keeper. As mentioned earlier, Sapan played for Finland in the T20 World Cup qualifiers, sub-regional qualifiers here, hosted here in Finland in 2022. Those are the types of shots that we saw him play throughout the week, and that one is just nibbled down past the keeper for a single off the outside edge. All sorts of mints and lozenges being sent in my direction here, so hopefully we won't have another cough break for the remainder of this match. Thank you for that. As Penziad is now back on strike as Hosen then comes back right arm over the wicket. Drops short. Easy enough to pull that one straight into the mid-wicket boundary, just under the rain covers for 4 runs, signalled by umpire Ravindra. And at the end of the 5th, there's 10 off that one. 32 for the loss of 1 wicket. So run rate picking up a little bit here off the 5th. Penultimate over of the power play. And it'll be 25 Rahman to continue with his 3rd and the final over of the power play. Just seeing here what field they're going to set to Mehta. We've got long off and deep mid-wicket just strolling out to the boundary as we speak. Just dabbed down into the offside, and there's another single. Singles pretty much everywhere here, regardless of where the fielders are being set by the Arctic Wolves skipper. Not a lot being cut off by those inner circle fielders. Currently, at least, as Pensia comes back on strike. And again, just a dab out to that fielder this time. Closer call, just misses the stumps. In business there, perhaps, with a direct hit, but as it was, missed the stumps and came through to complete the run, bringing Mehta back on strike. 21 from 23 so far for Sapan. Will he go on from here? Nicely played straight at the point fielder this time, however. Timed sufficiently well that this time no single. As the cleanly taken by the point fielder. This one just lofted. Beautifully played by Sapan, straight over the mid-on fielder. 1 bounce, boundary 4. Lovely shot. That brings him up to a runner ball Strike rate 25 from 25 thus far for Sapan. Rahman still to deliver the last 2 balls of the 6th. Last 2 deliveries of the power play. See a little bit of field change going on here. Long on it is now, that's moved out to the boundary. Long off comes up to the ring. Mid wicket stays out as the second fielder outside the ring. This one they decide not to take a single. Looks like the flight paths have changed this afternoon. A few more jets going above us into Helsinki-Vantaa International Airport as Rahman to deliver the final delivery of the power play to Mehta, who just prods this one back towards the point fielder, who collects cleanly, and that's the end of the over. 6 off it, 38 for the loss of 1 wicket off the power play for FinCricket this afternoon. Just subpar, I would say, for power play here at the Kerava National Cricket Ground. Given the slightly damp conditions, dried up a little bit since the torrential rain we had earlier this morning, but still the field not as rapid as we see normally here in Kerava, and it'll be bowling change. Number 13, MD Saeed I have on my sheet. Yep, correct. Continuing by looks of it with some right arm medium. And the right-handed Pensia it is who will be facing the first delivery after the power play. Field still not spread far and wide. We've got a mid-wicket, cow corner and a long on. And we have a third man who's about 3/4. This cow corner's brought up to the ring. We've got a backward square leg, regular mid-off, extra cover, point and a deep gully. Pensia plays at that one. Through to the keeper. No real intent there from Pensia, was just fishing. I think he was going to do is nick that one through to the keeper. Which next ball he then does as a replay. So Pensia departs with his score on 8 and the team's score unchanged from the last over, so 38 for 2. Pensia just fishing there with the previous ball without much intent, and continued to do so in the next delivery and managed to get an edge on that straight through to the keeper. Simple regulation catch for the keeper there, so FinCricket lose their second wicket this morning. Cameraman kindly zooms in on the shirt, number 44 it shall be for FinCricket. The next batter, Arun Kumar Balakrishna. Balakrishnan, okay, different to what I've got written here on the team sheet, but anyway. Apologies to him. So Balakrishnan is to face the 4th ball of the 7th. Said yet to give any runs away. And that's a repeat of the previous delivery. Doesn't manage to get an edge on that one, however. So it's another dot ball. Oof, and a thicker edge this time. There's a 3rd man out there, but just manages to get a foot on it. And will they come back? No, they decide against it. Came back for a second. There was a 3rd on there, I think, but Balakrishnan, I think it turned it down. So Mehta remains at the non-strikers. Another play and a miss. So we saw playing and missing straight through to the keeper, 1 thick edge and a wicket in that over. Interesting developments. 40 for the loss of 2 at the end of 7. Nice little opening over there from Said. No pace as such, just gentle medium pace, but showing yet again put the ball in the right areas. It's Azim Imran to take the 8th over. From the residential end, and he'll be bowling to left-handed Mehta. Continuation of the right arm medium and a continuation of what Mehta has been doing so far this morning, just playing that one to the left of the fielder at mid-wicket and an easy single. Moving him along to 26 from 28 deliveries faced this morning. And bringing his new partner Balakrishnan to face. And that one, yep, playing a miss, but also a wide. Umpire Venkat spreading the arms. This one short of a length, just played up to the cover fielder on the ring. And there's a mix-up there on the misfield. And Balakrishnan it is that's run out at the keeper's end. Keeper made a mess of the take. Batters first thinking about the second and then changing their mind. But Balakrishnan it is who will depart. Joined by, let's see as we zoom in, 36. Jagu, it says on the shirt. Jagadish Rajamundi Rayanan. There we go. That's my best attempt at pronouncing his name. Hopefully not too far off. Jagu for short. Right-handed bat. Jagu Rajamundri on your screen. And 72 Imran it is to continue in the 8th over. That's a wide. Swing and a miss at that one. Straight through to the keeper, there's no run. Bat on ball here, needed by the FinCricket batters. Has to get Mehta down the other end, but again, no contact with that one, straight through to the keeper. No run. Pressure stop balls here. For the Arctic Wool Storm Riders. And again, the batter just stepping away to leg and nothing shot really. Straight through to the keeper. That's 3 consecutive dots. Normally 3 consecutive dots bring pressure on the batter, and we'll see something happen here. Next ball. Another player swing and a miss. Another dot. That's 4 consecutive dots to end that over with a score on 44 for the loss of 3 wickets. After bowling a couple of wides, managed to get himself back on track and complete 4 dots. So pressure back onto Mehta now to try and get the scoreboard ticking over again. Just 4 off that last over, so going along at 5.5. Only 5.5 currently. Saeed it is to continue with his second over of the innings. And Mehta it will be to face. So 4 dots so far at the end of the 8th. Pressure on here. Mehta just dabs that one down. Extra cover fielder coming in. Cuts off a single this time. No run. So 5 consecutive dot balls. Mehta leaves this one to make it 6. Mehta manages to get that one back. Get bat on that one, beg your pardon. Just squeezes that one out to mid-wicket and they come back for a second. Thought for a minute there wasn't going to be one there, but it wasn't much of a throw. Only around the edge of the inner circle is where the fielder then picked that one up. Didn't manage to cut off the second. Came through for what ended up being an easy enough 2. So Mehta continues. Grabs that one down, and his partner Rajamundi just manages to get in. Sharp little single. Moves well on to 47 for 3. He's hit that one straight at the cover fielder. Just about to say Rajamundi there with a attempt at a cover drive, but straight at the fielder. And he's gone without troubling the scorers. So 4th wicket down here for FinCricket. Something of a struggle going on. It's can't make out the number on that shit. There we go, 43, I think that is. 43 looks like. No, I don't have a. Hold on a minute. Yes, I do have a 43. Sunil Kumar Mohandas, number 43. Next batter in, 4 down. So somebody needs to stick around here with Mehta if they're going to put a competitive score on the board. Is Mohandas the man? Let's see. Side it is to continue with the last ball of the 9th. Super figures of 2 wickets for 5, only 5 runs so far from his soon to be completed 2 overs. So a little bit of extra bounce there on the last ball of the 9th over. Mohandas doesn't manage to do anything with it other than watch it go through to the keeper. So 47 for the loss of 4 wickets at the end of the 9th. FinCricket being made to work for their runs here at the moment. Mehta, the set batsman, he'll be wanting to go on from here if they're going to post anything of a competitive total for the Storm Riders to chase in the 2nd innings. Somebody needs to stay with him. 72. Azim Imran it is to continue with his 2nd over from the residential end. Mehta leaves that one well alone down the leg side. That's another wide. Shoelaces it is for Mehta, just walking over to square leg umpire Srinidhi Ravindra. Let's hope he ties a double bow on that one. Ready to continue now with Imran. Full of ball. Nicely played there by Mehta. Meets the short mid-wicket fielder, so that long on comes round to sweep. Just keeps that to a single, bringing Mohandas on strike. Didn't bring the sunglasses with me today, didn't think they were going to be needed. However, the sun now just shining right into the commentary box. Managed to keep telling you what's going on here as Mohandas then faces up, and oh, he gets the leading edge on that one. It just squirts out to the vacant cover area. And cover fielder coming around just to stop. There's 2, and maybe a 1 there. Mohandas gets off the mark. Bringing Mehta back on strike, 30 from 33 so far for him. Short one down the leg side and signalled wide by umpire Venkat. No question there as to that being a wide. Mehta just trying to get something on it, help it around the corner. There's nobody down. Backward square, fine leg. He's got a backward square leg, but just a nibble on that. It's all the way for 4 runs. Plays around that one. An appeal. No interest from umpire Venkat on that one. Bowler changing his action to around the wicket to Mehta. Short ball then played down, fenced away by Mehta, then just into the vacant short mid-wicket area for a single. It's a better ball. Managed to bowl a better line to the left-hander coming round the wicket than he did from over the wicket. Changes back to over to Mohandas, right-hander. That's full at his toes, manages to dig that one out. Mehta following through very well, called through for the single, quick single, well run. Backed up well from the non-striker's end. The bowler then again changing to right arm around. Mehta want to get this one away. The 10th, 11th over, and sure enough he tries to. There's no field out there on the ring, and they'll come back for a second as the extra cover sweeper comes round just to keep that to 2, and then they'll see the end of the over. 55 for the loss of 4. A little bit of a better over for FinCricket there. 8 off that one. So at the halfway stage, 55 for 4, certainly below par at the moment if they continue with this rate. Just scoring just 110 if they carry on with the same amount. I don't think that'll be enough. The outfield quickening up here as the sun dries out the grass from the torrential rain we had this morning. And we'll see it will be side to continue. From the water tower end, right arm medium, causing the batters all sorts of trouble here at the moment with his medium pace, just dinging it in just short of a length so far. None of the FinCricket batters managing to get much of a bat on him. This one, however, is a full toss, and that one is easy pickings. I'll come back for the second as the cow corner fielder cuts that one off. And they'll take 2 from the first ball of the 11th over. Side commentators curse their ball well up to this stage of his first 2 overs. That's the first loose ball that he's bowled. That's back to his better length, just short of a length, causing all sorts of trouble. I think there was any bat on that one. No, umpire Ravindra the same opinion, so there's just the one leg by. Brings Mehta back onto strike. 33 from 36 so far for him, so he'll want to consolidate from here. He's going to be the anchor role for FinCricket if they're going to post a competitive target score here today for the Storm Riders to chase. Let's see how he does. This medium pace side is right arm over, and he plays that one. I was just about to say well, however, he did play it well, but he played it well right into the hands of the deep mid-wicket fielder on the boundary, straight at him. And he departs with the score on 58 for now 5. 33 from 37, so he'll be disappointed with that, having got set. Played that one right into the hands of Jamadar, it was, out there on the mid-wicket boundary. Nice, easy catch to warm up his hands. So FinCricket in trouble here. It's 5th wicket down. Number 18, Prasanna Pandyan it is, who will join Mohandas at the wicket. Nice shot for no run, straight to the extra cover fielder. So Pandyan doesn't get off the mark. Saeed here with what may turn out to be match-winning figures. 3 wickets for 7 runs so far. This one going down leg. And will they come back for an overthrow? No, manages to get a boot on that one. Just to stop the extra run. They'll take the single. So Pandyan off the mark. And brings Mohandas back on strike. This one just back of the length, scored it away. Out past the wide third man fielder, who tries first to field it with his foot, doesn't manage to stop it with his foot, then fumbles the take, and then an awful throw, and then an overthrow. So 3 runs for what should have been a single at best. 62 for 5 at the end of the 11th. Saeed's figures being impacted there by what was pretty poor fielding on the ring. Ended up being a 3. As Rahman it is who will bowl the 12th, bowling from the residential end to Mohandas. 3 overs for 18 runs so far, with his little left arm tweakers. And Storm Riders seem to be quite sure of the edge of umpire Venkat giving the batter the chance to walk, which he eventually took. So Mohandas nicks off behind and goes for 7 with the score on 62. So, Ankit Seth it is, who will join Pandian at the wicket. All sorts of trouble here for the FinCricket batters as they come through for a single bit of a misfield off his own bowling by Rahman. Moves the score along to 63, but 6 wickets in the wickets column here at the beginning of the 12th over. So Arctic Wolves here in the driver's seat, short of a length. Pandian playing that one as if it was a fast delivery, quicker spin delivery perhaps at best, but manages to keep it out. So continues yet to get off strike from 3 deliveries. And his 4th one sees wide down the leg side. Signal by umpire Venkat. This one now well timed through the covers, and great attempt to cut off the boundary, but sliding along the damp grass, doesn't manage to cut that off. The fielder there at extra cover. Nice classical extra cover drive for Pandian to get off the mark with a boundary 4. Is he going to be the man here to take this innings out to the 20 overs for FinCricket? Plays that one just round the corner. I'll take a single. Not much backing up from the non-strikers. Just about manages to make his ground by the looks of it. As umpire Srinivasa Ravindra rearranges the stumps. Direct throw that just clipped the bails. The batter just about made his ground, so it'll be Seth to face the last ball of this over. Down the leg side, just off the pad. Keeper comes round to clean up, and that's the end of the over. 69 for the loss of 6 wickets. So Rahman finishes his spell, 4 overs, 1 for 25. And Hossain, I think it is. I got the shirt correct. Yeah, I did. Just about. The sun shining right into my eyes again. Oh, and a play and a miss there, straight through to the keeper. Matthews takes that, and there's no run. So Hossain opened his over well here. Next ball. That one just dabbed out by Pandian to the cover fielder, who manages to stop that one. Non-striker just looking to steal a single, doesn't manage to do so. The sun continues to shine here. Well, may that continue this afternoon. Given my choice of clothing this morning for shorts, and that's just dubbed out into the vacant square leg area, come through for an easy single. The score along to 70. So just over 5.5 and over so far, managed by the FinCricket batters. A swing and a miss, straight through to the keeper, Matthews again. No run. Well taken by the keeper. Wide and going wider down the leg side, that delivery. So another wide to the extras column. An appeal in vain. Serenity Ravindra umpire not interested in that one. Another one missing the stumps. 14 extras so far, 3 leg byes and 11 wides. Let's see whether those are going to be costly. Yeah, is this going to be one of those low-scoring humdingers, or are we going to see a semi-decent total posted here? But as it is, the end of the 13th with the score on 71 for 6. So 7 to go, only just below 5.5 and over still the strike rate for FinCricket here, as they're still looking at that projected score of somewhere in the region of 110, which one can't help but feel is not going to be enough. The outfield is certainly not all that slow any longer, but the FinCricket batters not really managing to get the ball away too well then thus far. Islam it is who shall continue from the residential end. I beg your pardon, sorry, there's a change of bowling, there's and he's well wide, the first ball of the 14th. There's Pandey, and it is continues to face, just guides that one round the corner past the keeper for a single. Dead ball the previous delivery, and followed by a wide. Umpire Venkat stretching out the arms for the signal, I beg your pardon. So a little bit wayward start here for Islam. Left arm tweakers, and there's another one down the leg side, and another wide onto the score. This one pulled away to the square leg fielder, who came in off the fence for single, moving the score along to 76. Wayward over so far from his opening over from Islam. This time hit out on the bounce to deep square leg, just a single. Brings Pandian back onto strike. 6 from 10 so far. He'll be looking to somewhat optimistic shout there from Islam, bowling left arm over to the right-handed batter, Pandian. Umpire Venkat, no interest there whatsoever. This one given a bit more flight. Pandian this time gets bat on that one just round the corner to the vacant mid-wicket area. The bowler feeling of his own bowling. And there's still one to come. It's been a long over here already. 1, 2, 3, 4 wides so far in the over of Islam. This one edged. There's a fielder coming around. Oh, neither of them will take it. Two fielders then from cover and point coming round to gather that. Neither of them managed to, so there'll be a single off the last, which means score moves along to 79 for the loss of 6 wickets at the end of the 14th. So in the scheme of things, a little bit more expensive over, goes for 8 runs off Islam's first over. Just takes the scoring rate along past 5.5 for the first time for a long while. For FinCricket, 79 for 6 off 14, so we've got 6 overs still to go here. I would have thought they'll be looking for 60 off the last 6 to post anything by the way of a semi-competitive total. Or, as I said earlier, we're going to see a low-scoring thriller. Anyway, as it is, Hossain it is, continues playing a miss straight through to the keeper. No run there. Hossain for his 3rd over. Right arm, slow medium from the water tower end as another Finnair jetliner comes in over our heads. And this one is played. Oh, and it's dropped. Backward point with an easy chance there, straight in the buckets, but straight out again. So the batter's come through for a single. There's a couple of chances gone begging there. The last ball of the previous over dropped on the ring in the cover area. This one hit backward a point. Backward point fielder now moved out to boundary. This one is played through mid-on, a needless throw, almost giving the FinCricket batters a chance to come through for one on the overthrow. However, managed to gather the ball and avoid that happening. Pandian now it is who will face. 7 from 13 so far for him. And that one just guided nicely around the corner. No, and Seth, his partner at the non-striker's end, decides to say no rather than call him through for a single. Single there probably if he'd been backing up properly. Wasn't, however, so no run. Pandian on the back foot just plays that one through a vacant mid-off area. Long off fielder comes round just to keep that to a single. Singles are not going to do the business for them now, though. Still struggling to get the ball away here. Only the 2 off this over so far. There's 1 to come in the 15th. Seth is facing. It's that one through mid-wicket. It's deep mid-wicket boundary sweeper comes round. Returns that to the keeper, and I'll just keep that to 1. So 82 for the loss of 6 wickets at the end of the 15th. Just the 3 off that over. So still looking for the acceleration switch to be pushed here for FinCricket. Arctic Wolves Storm Riders managing to control the flow of runs here at the moment. So 5 overs to go. Just dipped down again below 5.5. Pandian and Seth here managing to put a little partnership together, at least 20 from 23 balls. But a run a ball from here will only take them just in the region of a score of 110. Can't see too many teams then defending that one. But field changes here. We've got a long off. And that's hit straight back at the bowler, who doesn't take the caught and bowled. A difficult one. Still no run. Got a long off, a long on. Cow corner on the rope. Third man and a cover sweeper. Seth plays that one nicely through the vacant mid-off area. Long off will come round and just keep that to a single. Brings Pandian back on to strike. A little bit of shoelace assistance going on there. Keeper Matthews tying the two shoes together. Let's see how Pandian then makes a run next time, he's saying. Only joking. So Pandian's ready to go once Matthews has got his gloves on. So a shoelace breather for Pandian as Imran continues and dabs that one. Just about to say to the point fielder, but he misses it. And the third man will come round to sweep that one up, and it's 2. 2 runs which should have been, well, a dot really, straight at the point. Backward point fielder on the ring, didn't manage to gather it. Pandian opens his shoulders a little bit here. Past the umpire Venkat, and they'll come back for an easy 2. Not quite sure where the long on fielder was there. Long off coming all the way around. In any case, Pandian picks up another double. Just trying to guide this one down. The third man doesn't manage to do so, straight through to the keeper for another dot. Valuable dots at this stage of the innings for the Arctic Wolves bowlers. This one, however, now squirted down the leg side, and there's no question about a wide by Venkat, signalling to the box with a double wide if there was such a single. Way down the leg side, that one. As him running again. This time Pandian just guides down to the backward point fielder, who takes it cleanly this time, and there'll be no run there. So it's 88 for the loss of 6 at the end of the 16th. Only 6 off that one, so still going along at around a run a ball. Something spectacular is going to need to happen here if FinCricket are going to push the total above 110 or so. As you can see from the over by over graphics, nothing really excluding the 5th over that's been anything like. Attacking a score. They can have a national ground today. That 5th over going for 10. Other than that, all in single figures, the remaining overs. So something special needs to happen here for FinCricket if they're going to set a competitive total. Hossain it is, who'll come on for his 4th and final over of his spell. Only gone for 14 so far off 3, and it's Seth that will continue facing. attempted attacking strokes, hits it straight to the extra cover fielder, and there's no run. Cleanly taken and returned to the bowler. So another dot. This one just padded past the keeper. Tried to guide it down, didn't make connection with the bat, from my eyes at least. And yep, Ravindra, the umpire, same opinion. 2-leg byes. We'll just score along to 90. To a ball, I should expect the minimum target here for the FinCricket batters, and that one is hit through past the right hand of the extra cover fielder, and the long off comes round just to keep that to 1. Brings Pandyan back on the strike. 12 from 19 so far for him. That's a full toss, and he's managed to get enough bat on that one. Just clears the fielder, and the cow corner mid-wicket fielder can't cut that one off, so that's 4 runs. Long-awaited boundary for the FinCricket batters. Is this going to be the changing point? Let's see them accelerate over the last 3 overs after this one. Is Pandyan going to be the man to do it? Here we go, 16 from 20 so far from him. 2 balls to come in the 17th. I'll send respectable figures so far. Is Pandyan going to be able to change that situation? Another full toss. Oh, instead of just playing a regulation shot to the full toss, tries to reverse that one, doesn't make any contact. That goes straight through to the keeper, so it's another dot. Makes contact with the next one, however, and that's going to come all the way around for an excellent catch from the long on fielder, running round the boundary. I thought Pandyan had got enough on that one for a minute, but unfortunately for him, not. That's a great catch out there in the deep. That's the last ball of the 17th, 95 for 7 as Pandyan departs. (16 from 22). I thought then for a minute he was going to be the man to take these last 3 overs for FinCricket, but he departs, and it'll be 77 Jalil Ahmad who will join his partner Seth at the wicket. So Seth, the set batter, number 23, joined by 77 Jalil Ahmad for these last 3 overs, which FinCricket batters will be looking to take that total along to somewhere in the region of 110, 120. I would have thought it's an absolute minimum today, surely. Just a single from the first ball. Brings Ahmad on strike as Imran's continuing in his last over. That one plays a no ball as well. Let's pull round the corner. Will it go all the way? I think it will. Manages to cut that one off. They'll come back for 2. I think I saw the no ball signal from the umpire. Yep, sure enough. No ball plus 2 runs, and there'll be a free hit here. Free hit. Swatted to mid-on. Just a single. That'll be the 100 up for the FinCricket batters this afternoon. 100 for 7. 4 balls left in the 18th. Will it be Seth and Ahmad that can put a little partnership together here at the end? Engine that one, but there's the third man out there. It'll only be a single. Third man on the ring coming around to cut off the second run. Just the one. Long on, long off. Cow corner. The third man and the sweeper on the cover boundary. That's the field set at the moment for Imran. Better Ahmad gets enough of that one. Is that going to beat the... No, the cover fielder does well. Stop that one and they'll come back for a second on the arm. Swing and a miss. Critical dot ball here at the end of the 18th. There's one to come. Another one. Little nibble at that one. Straight through to the keeper. That's the end of Ahmad. The score on 103. And Ahmad departs for 5. Anant Kumar, number 98, it is, who joins Seth at the wicket for the 19th over, with the score currently on 103. So a big last 2 needed here from FinCricket. Get that score somewhere around 120. Saeed it is, who'll bowl the 19th. His 4th and final over. Great figures of 3 for 10 so far from him, so can he improve on that? Kumar it is, will be facing. Seth at the non-strikers. And as he'd done in his previous overs, just back of a length. Straight through to the keeper. FinCricket batters here. Not really getting much bat on Saeed at all today. Not quick, but just bowling back of a length. FinCricket batters not having a clue what to do with it. And that one is Fuller. Through to the keeper, and there's another dot. That's 2 good balls here. First up from Saeed. Not giving anything away. So just 10 deliveries left in this innings. What can they do here to get the ball away? This one is struck cleanly enough, but only towards the long on keeper, fielder, who'll just cut off the second, just take a single there. So only the one off first 3 balls of the 19th. No fireworks yet to finish this innings off. How many more can they get? Saeed only gone for 11 off 3.5 overs then so far, doing a super job from the ward to tower end. There's Kumar on to strike for his first ball. He manages to play this one away through mid wicket. He will come back for a second on the arm. Ooh, and a clean take there would have been the end of Seth. As it was, bowler Saeed not managing to collect and remove the bails, so they managed to complete the 2. Brings Kumar back on strike. Fuller length and a swing and a miss. Again from Kumar. Straight through to the keeper. So last ball remaining of the 19th. Score on 106 for the loss of 8 wickets. Limping along here are FinCricket. This one hit back over the bowler's head. They're going to come for one on the throw. Is it going to be collected this time? It is. Seth doesn't look like the quickest of movers, and sure enough, he was well short of his ground. Srinidhi Ravindra raising the finger, so they won't complete the 2nd, and that'll be the end of the 19th, with Seth falling with the score on 107. So the last bat for FinCricket. 22. I'll have a go at this one. Rajivan Selvas Kantaraja. Save the best till last. Names wise, that is. Seth departs. So, last wicket for FinCricket. And who shall be bowling it? Selvas Kantaraja. There you go, wasn't bad. Jivan for short, if I'm not mistaken, and it's number 48. Afzali will come back on to bowl the final over, and that goes for a wide. No run. First ball of the night of the 20th and final over. Really need to move along here if they're going to get towards 120. Afzali just bowling his 3rd over of the day, having opened this afternoon. All sorts of interesting shot selections going on here. Anyway, regardless of shot selections, straight through to the keeper, no run. Valuable balls being wasted here. Can't help but think that FinCricket just want to get a bat on something, add a few runs to the score. As it is, we've got 2 dot balls so far, the end of the over. The end of the innings, I beg your pardon, for the final over. There's another one. Unfortunately, seeing these shots on YouTube doesn't help batters to play those. Here under pressure in the last over. Another play and a miss, and easy one. Looks like Selvas Kantaraja, a better runner than a batter, coming back for 2 byes after another swing and a miss. With some manufactured reverse sweep, and he tries to sweep this one out to mid-wicket, doesn't make any contact. There's another dot, so 4 dots so far in the final over of the innings. No contact with the ball this over so far. So let's see if he can get any wood on this last one. And the only wood that he gets on it is the wood of leg stump. The zing bells flashing. So we have no wood, no contact, and a wicket off the final ball, which means 110 all out is the score for FinCricket here. An interesting none from 6 off that last over from Silvas Kantaraja, number 11. And let's hope he's a better bowler than a batter. 110 is the score, so 111 will be the requirement at a required run rate of 5.55. Thank you for joining us for this first innings. Please do so again after the break, around about 10-15 minutes, to see the resumption of this final match and who shall go forward and be promoted directly to the Finnish Premier League in 2025. Do join us again. Thanks, everybody. second innings about to start. We have a chase on here of 111 required at 5.55 for the Arctic Wolves Storm Riders to secure their place in the 2025 Finnish Premier League. And it's Kumar that will open the bowling from the water tower end, and that's immediately hit in the air. Oh, nothing of a, I was going to say misfield, but it didn't even field it. The ball just went straight past the fielder at extra cover for 2 runs, which shouldn't have been any really. So defending 110. Terrible fielding. Packing now the offside with a fielding change. We've got a 3rd man deep, and despite packing the off-field, it's through them, and it'll be 4 to Rahman, who's off to a flyer here, 6 from 2. FinCricket trying to pack the off-field, obviously aware of what Rahman normally does from their round-robin league matches together earlier in the National League Division 1 Championship. So we've got 4 fielders on the offside ring. That's a straighter ball, and straight enough. As Srinidhi Ravindra raised the finger of death, and Rahman departs for a quick fire 6 from 3, leg before. So, a wicket in the first over, which is what FinCricket will need if they're going to defend 110. And it will see number 18, Kaif. I have here Kaif Jamadar. Comes in at 3. So all happening here, 2-4 and a wicket in the first 3 overs of the opening over, which means the adjusted chase is now at 105 off 19.5 overs at a run rate of just shy of 5.4. So as I was earlier saying, the 111 Nelson, is that going to be an interesting tight, short, low scoring match, or is this going to be a easy win for Arctic Wolves? Just to see. Packed offside field again continues to another left-handed bat, Jamadar. We've got a deep 3rd man just in front of the commentary box. Slip, point, cover, extra cover, mid-off. And that's full and straight. Again, just dug out from the block hole. So persisting with his 6-3 field, just 3 on the leg side. Mid-on. Wide mid-wicket and a fine leg out on the boundary. And there's nobody there, as I was explaining where the fields were set, and that's going to, I don't think it'll go all the way, not enough on it, but they'll come back for 2. Will they come back for a 3rd? I think they will. Yep. Jamadar getting himself down to what will be the striker's end for the 2nd over, which brings that first over to a close with the score on 9 for the loss of 1 wicket. So interesting opening over here from FinCricket, opening bowler Kumar. Anant Kumar, I think it is. Yep. And it'll be Sapan Mehta to take the second over. Left arm seam. As the sun is now right above me, shining right here into the box. Without sunglasses or anything else to assist, I managed to let you know what's going on. But anyway, Mehta it shall be from the residential end. Left arm medium over the wicket. And it'll be Jamadar to face, who's taken 3 from his 3 balls. Matthews, the other opener, yet to face. After facing, being at the non-strikers for the full over. And that's a wide to start. Mehta going to continue. Half-hearted appeal there from the bowler. I think he looked too interested in it. Venkat, the umpire, not interested either. Just go down as a dot. Continues. And that one is just dabbed out short extra cover. Mehta fielding in his follow through. This one back of a length, just guided past the slip fielder. They come back for a second. I think they will. Yep. Easy enough 2 there as the sweeper fielder from backward point came all the way around to stop that one going through for a boundary, but they take 2. Easy 2 in the end. Mehta's going to leave that backward point out on the boundary fence, and his other cover around the corner to fine leg. Jamadar leaves that one alone, straight through to the keeper. No run. A lovely afternoon here. Looked like being a complete washout today, as ever. Turned out to be a glorious afternoon for cricket down here at the National Ground, and that's strayed down leg for a wide. Mehta not quite got his radar settings on yet. That's his second wide of the over. 2 wides and a 2 with 3 dots. So it's again all things happening here. There's another one. Wide again down the leg side to the left-handed Jamadar. Can't quite get his lines right here. Sapan Mehta. This time he does, however, and what turned out to be a sort of what I thought, again, another half-hearted appeal was upheld by umpire Venkat, the fingers raised, and that's the fall of the second wicket with the score on 14. 14 for 2. And that's Jamadar will go for 5 from 8. So a bright enough start for FinCricket, but 2 wickets down already for the Arctic Wolves. 47 it is. Nafis Chowdhury in at 4. And just about to say, I think we've got one left in this over. I think that's the case before the graphics come up. Yep, one left. Mehta 1 for 5 from 5 balls so far, and it's Chowdhury that will face him. Oh, it's a right-hander this time. Not sure yet what Matthews, whether he's right or left-handed. He's not faced anything as yet, as the second over is brought to a close. So 2 overs for him at the non-striker's end. Let's see what happens here. Is he going to face a ball in the third? And this one again, over adjusting Mehta to the right-hander, well wide on the offside this time to the right-handed bat, so that's another wide. 4 wides a wicket, 2 and 3 dots. And bag of licorice, all sorts going on here. Mehta adjusts his line and adjusts it well enough through to the keeper, and that'll be the end of the second. 15 for 2 the score. So just ahead on the worm, 12 for 1 was the equivalent score for FinCricket at this juncture. The third over, start of the third. And sure enough, Chowdhury having missed that one means that we will see opener Matthews face his first ball, and he is right-handed bat. Kumar it is who will continue with his second over from the water tower end. A little bit of cloud cover just coming in front of that sunshine so I can see a little bit better this time. Srinidhi Ravindra, the umpire there at the water tower end. 47 Chowdhury at the non-strikers. And Kumar it is who will bowl his second and FinCricket's third over to Matthews, the keeper, who's not faced until now, faces his first one. Just a defensive dab into the offside for no run. So we haven't seen anything of Matthews yet until now. Let's see what sort of an innings is he going to start to construct from here. Tries to guide that one. There is a third man out on the boundary in this third over of the power play. So at the best he was going to get a single there, rather than guide it into the keeper's gloves. Seen that shot attempted a few times today. Not recommended, the doctor's orders, I would have said. Anyway, Kumar continues. Swing and a miss at a wide one, and wide enough for Srinidhi Ravindra, the umpire, to signal that one as another wide. So the wides count already ticking along. That's the 5th one already in the third over here. So this one just dabbed down to backward point on the ring, no run. So Matthews yet to get off the mark. 3 balls now faced in the third. Still not troubled the scorers. Let's see whether he's going to manage it now. The next ball from Kumar. And yeah, he gets hold of that one. Quite sure he got all of it, but enough to get over the ring, and it just plugs in the outfield there over mid-on, and they'll come back for a second. Kumar continues to Matthews, and again just tries to guide that one. Doesn't manage to get any bat on it. How long he stands there, he's not going to get a wide for it if that's what he was looking for. Not quite sure what he was looking for, really. Back in the stands. That's Kumar. Arms for the last ball of the third. This one is just patted back to the short extra cover field. There's no run. That's the end of the third. 18 for 2. Loss of 2 wickets. There's just 3 off that one. So first 3 overs going along at 6. Run rate required 5.5. So nothing in it really at the moment. FinCricket was 16 for 1 at the end of the third. So again, similar score, similar pace here for the second innings. Are we in stall for a nail-biter? Let's see. Mehta will get a second over, despite being a little bit wayward down his first. Still only went for 6, despite 4 of those being wides. There's a bit of change of bat going on here for Matthews, I think that is. Yep, 37, the keeper. Change of Willow. But it'll be his batting partner, Nafis Chowdhury, who it is to face the 4th over of the power play from Sapan Mehta. From the residential end. Chowdhury yet to get off the mark, only faced the 1 ball before this over starts. And Mehta in, and Chowdhury just dabs that one back straight to the bowler. No run. As the sun once again creeps out behind the cloud. See what we can do here. Keep you posted. Mehta in, and that's straight through to the keeper. No run. Better lines there from Mehta. I think we saw Chowdhury bowl today in the first innings. He used to bowl. From his time back in the day, I think he was in Turku, if I remember correctly, before moving to Arctic Wolves. Sort of a semi-leave, semi-guide through to the keeper. Neither or, in any case, didn't make any contact, so it's another dot ball. So 3 dots for Sapan Mehta here. Better second over for him. Better lines. This one on leg stump. Chowdhury plays it out to, I think that's Pandian there at mid-wicket. Went to him quickly enough and was fielded cleanly enough that there was no run. Chowdhury, I think it was, that turned that one down. So 4 dots for Mehta so far here in the 4th. Keeping this tight, which is what they need to do to defend 110. In, and playing a miss. A little bit late on that one, the batter there, Chowdhury. Threw him before. Played the shot straight through to the keeper. So we're going to see the first maiden over of the match here. Last ball, Mehta. Oh, yep, we are. Wonder whether that was a wide there for a second then from my point of view, the commentary box. But it wasn't. And sure enough, it's a maiden over. So 18 for 2, the score remains. Which changes the status at the end of the fourth to the comparison of 22 for 1 at the end of the fourth over. FinCricket were 18 for 2. Arctic Wolves Storm Riders now are. So nip and tuck. Yep, there's going to be a change of bowling. There's two tighter overs, the third and fourth, just putting ahead of the game here for FinCricket. Mohandas it is who will take the fifth from the water tower or road end. Looks like, I'm going to say right arm medium, but is he right arm offie? Let's have a look. All right, arm medium. A little bit of drift away. Through to the keeper, no run. Matthews it is that's facing. So, run rate required just creeping up towards 6 here as FinCricket bowlers managed to keep it tight. That's Mohandas to continue. And he's bowling a similar, just back of a length as some of the FinCricket bowlers were doing successfully in the first innings. Batters not really knowing what to do off the back foot. And again, straight through to the keeper for a third dot, so that's 9. Required run rate creeps up to 6 off 15.5 overs, as the last over and a half have gone for 0. So a maiden and a half so far here. A swing and a miss will make that 10 dots. Pressure's on here. Matthews do well just to get some bat on it and squeeze a single, get down the other end. Fielding side here applying the pressure. 10 successive dot balls. Make that, no, I was going to say make that 11, but no, it's a wide. Just straying too wide on the offside. Mohandas breaking that run of dot balls. So we'll have 2 more still in the 5th over. Short of a length that looked, yep, wide again. Pressure just being gradually released again now, in turn, by FinCricket after a tight over and a half. Matthews just guide this one. Thick edge to point, backward point. Wider gully, it probably really there, the position, and there's no run. It's only 2 wides off this one so far. One to come, full toss. Swing and a miss straight through to the keeper. That's another tight over. 20, just the 2 wides off that one. So again now with the 5th over of the first innings going for 10, so 32 for 1 FinCricket were at the end of the 5th. Final over of the power play. Chowdhury and Matthews not really managing to get about on anything thus far in their partnership. Chowdhury was in at the fall of the 2nd wicket in the 2nd over with the score on 14. They've only managed to progress to 20 at the end of the 5th. So struggling here in the power play. Mehta will continue from the residential end for his 3rd over. 2 overs, 1 for 6 at the moment, his figures. Can't help but think if he nips another one out here and it starts to be panic stations for Arctic Wolves. As Venkat signals for the over to start. Mehta in. Fuller ball just on the legs. He'll be disappointed with that. Lost his line there. Easy enough single out to deep square leg fielder. So Matthews, the keeper, back on strike. His partner at the non-strikers, Chowdhury 1 from 8, Matthews 2 from 12. Neither of them setting the scorer's book on fire at the moment. Let's see how this is going to end for the last over of the power play. As Mehta in. Another good length ball, wraps him on the pad. Just going down, I think. Umpire Venkat. Not showing too much interest in that one. No run though. As the required run rate starts to creep up higher and higher above 6. Mehta in again. Swing and a miss. Through to the keeper. Won't help him any by signalling to the umpire that he thought something was a wide. Only likely to ensure that he doesn't get any 50-50 calls later on in the innings if he keeps doing that. Pet hate for the umpires. Batter shouldn't be doing any of those type of movements. Just let the umpire get on with his job. Focus on the next ball, which is delivered by Mehta. Another play and a miss. Didn't look like getting bat on that one. So that's another dot. 10 last balls from Mehta, just gone for 1 run. Run scoring drying up here. Arctic Wolves. So 2 left in the over, 2 left in the power play as Mehta approaches. That's a full length. Straight out to the point fielder on the ring. There's no run there. Nothing either for the overthrow. Backed up well by the FinCricket field at square leg. Arctic Wolves batters not thinking about taking a single there. As Mehta at the ball, his last of the third and the last ball of the power play. Balls it in the same areas it has been doing the last couple of overs and the same result, another dot. So that's a super over again here from Mehta. 21 for 2 at the end of the power play. Mehta 3 overs, 1 for 7. FinCricket skipper can't ask any more from him there. Perhaps another wicket, but that would be being rather cruel, as it is. 21 for 2 at the end of 6. 38 for 1 FinCricket were, so 17 runs behind cumulative score after the power play. So what did look like a relatively easy chase at the start, at the outset, not making it any easier for themselves here. Arctic was losing the 2 wickets as well. So Storm Riders in need of a perfect storm here if they're going to keep pushing on towards this target of 111. Not a score that's likely to get out of hand, however. Such a small total, but 90 now required off 14, which is 6.43. If they want to see it go above 7 or 8, the pressure really starts to set in if Mohandas here can bowl another tight over in the 7th. Let's see how the field is going to change now as the power play restrictions are over. We've got Cal Corner, looks like he's coming around to... Yeah, no, we've got a deep mid-wicket. Cal Corner long on, long off. And third man currently. Looks like the point fielder is going to go back on the edge, on the boundary. Third man is 3/4. As Chowdhury just plays that one to Fielder there just on the ring at backward point, there's no run. So Mohandas continues with his tight lines. Chowdhury just 1 from 9. Is he going to be able to release the shackles? Or will Mohandas into him again? This time guided down to the point fielder, who was set slightly further back, so there was an easy enough single to come through for there. Moves himself along to 2 from 10, Chowdhury. Brings Matthews on strike. Few field adjustments for him as the third man comes up onto the ring. And he just defends that one into the offside. There's no run. Field otherwise unchanged, so nobody else has gone out. Those 3 deep set fielders on the leg side, long off and point out on the boundary. Come through for 1. Just fielded in the ring at mid-on. So Matthews moves along to 3 from 19. Chowdhury facing again. This time the ring, the long one up. Into the ring, playing a miss. Through to the keeper. This time there's contact, as that one's hit out to cow corner. Out on the rope, and there's just a single. And that brings us to the end of the 7th. 3 off that one, 24 for the loss of 2 wickets. .40 for 2, the equivalent score for FinCricket, so 16 ahead at this equivalent stage. As a result of that over, 3 off the 7th, run rate creeping up towards the 7. And yeah, we will see Mehta bowl out. I was wondering whether that would be the plan. Not save him and save one until the end. He's going to bowl his 4th and final one. I assume FinCricket skipper looking for him to take another wicket here if he can. So 1 for 7 off his 3 thus far. He's in to Chowdhury. Swing and a miss. Seen a few of those today. No run, straight through to the keeper. Struggling to lay bat and ball here, Arctic Wolves batters. Mehta keeping it tight after a few wides in one of his earlier overs, but the last couple of overs really been on spot, on point. It continues to Chowdhury. Oh, there is bat on that this time. There's a man out there, but just bounce in front of him. 1 bounce. Well fielded. Back to the bowler. Just a single. Didn't quite get enough contact on that to take it all the way to the cow corner fielder there out on the boundary. Just coming down about 3/4 of the way. Fielder not at any stage looking like he was going to go for it. It's anticipation of these types of shots. What needed there is Mehta's in again, and that's off the pad. Well, Matthews will go around the corner. Keeper will collect that one. That's 1 leg by. Coming around the wicket to Chowdhury. Same result. Swing and a miss straight through to the keeper. No run. Long off, long on. Cow corner. And a sweeper on the cover boundary for Mehta currently. As he continues left arm around to Chowdhury. He gets bat on that one, but there's extra cover. Fielder tight in the ring. There's no run. So last ball of the 8th, end of Mehta's spell. Oh, full toss. It's the height on that one. Yep. Sure enough. No ball is the call, and that'll be a free hit. So a free hit here, the last ball of the 8th and the last ball of Mehta's spell. What's Chowdhury going to do with this one? Swing and a miss, wild swing and a miss, and it straight through to the keeper. No run. So Mehta not managing to ruin his figures there. 9 for 1 off his 4, and that's 27 for 2 at the end of the 8th. .44 for 3, the score at the end of the 8th for FinCricket. So 14 in it here. I beg your pardon, 17. 17 ahead at the equivalent stage. We'll see whether there's a change of bowling now. It looks like there will be. And Decisive, it shall be from the water tower, weather tower end, whichever you prefer. I'm quite sure which one it is, but anyway, don't worry about that. And Chowdhury and Matthews will continue struggling here to improve the run rate, which now has just crept to 7. As I said earlier, once it starts getting above 7, pressure's on. 84 from 12 is the requirement. We're not going to see a change. It's Mohandas actually to continue. In the 9th. Only 5 so far taken off his first 2 overs. I did wonder whether he would continue. Surely enough he does. This one up in the air, and oh my word, fielder was under it. Put it down. A simple catch really. Should have been taken but wasn't, so they'll come through for a single. It's a life to Matthews. I don't know whether the keeper it was that put him off, perhaps. But anyway, there wasn't much of a call as to who wanted it, and the fielder shelled it. Chowdhury swats that one away for a single. The extra cover region, but just the one. Brings Matthews back on strike. This time he just stabs that one down. Between short third man and point, and they'll come through for an easy single. Another plain a miss from Chowdhury. 5 from 20 so far from him. These two struggling to the scoreboard to turn over. FinCricket bowlers managed to keep the required run rate creeping up. Chowdhury is swinging a miss at a wide one. Sure enough, wide enough for umpire Ravindra to signal that one as a wide. One onto the score. So still the final ball of the 9th. Only 4 from this over then thus far. Chowdhury has a swing at that. No contact. Umpire of the opinion that it was close enough not to be signalled as a wide. So it's the end of the 9th, 31 for 2. 47 for 4. FinCricket were. So again, keeping that gap between the two around about 16, 17. 16 runs now at the end of the 9th. And there'll have to be a bowling change now because Mehta then bowled out his first 4. So from the residential end, we'll see a new bowler. Who shall it be? Mohandas has still got 1 left. He's only gone for 9 off 3, so I suspect he'll probably bowl out. Looks like the bowler that I thought was going to come on from the water tower end. Seth. It is, sure enough. Difficult to see some of these numbers on the FinCricket shirts, and hopefully for next season I'll put a different colour in there rather than yellow on a yellow background. Exactly the reason why we have regulations, can just about make that number out. Difficult to see depending on the angle of the sun. As it is, we have the right man, Seth. My word, just about to say right now I'm slow, and that's through Matthews, and his leg stick is knocked back. So immediately we see a fall of a wicket in the first ball of the 10th, 31 for 3, and Matthews departs 5 from 24. So used up a lot of balls and not gone on from here. Bowled the first ball of Seth's first over. There we go. Nice to get that one out. And 44 Anand it is, who will join Chowdhury at the wicket. Anand, Arun Kumar Balakrishna I have down here. Balakrishnan. Quite sure why that would be showing something different. Balakrishnan was the name when he was bowling. A bit of a strange. Not sure what shot that was. Anyway, there was no bat on it, through to the keeper. No run. And a wide. Next up from Seth. Playing a miss, straight through to the keeper. Not enough, Anand it is, who's yet to get off the mark. play and miss a couple of times. Seth. There we go. As soon as I say that, gets a bit of bat on it. Cow corner boundary fielder comes round to sweep that on that one. Just a single. Mixing up my two team sheets here. I've got one the other side of another piece of paper. My bad. Apologies for that. Mixing up Anand with one of the FinCricket batters. Anyway, it continues. Seth to Chowdhury, and that one is one of those where, yeah, there's not enough on it, and the two fielders out on the boundary are not going to manage to cut off the second as they come running in, trying to do so. They'll complete the second run easily enough. No question there. Chowdhury moves on to 7 from 22. Having used up this many balls, he's going to have to try and start accumulating a few more runs as the required run rate's creeping up to 7.5 here. What can he do? Can't do much with that. Seth putting that right in the block hole. And there's no run. 35 for 3 at the end of the 10th. So, at the halfway stage here, FinCricket bowlers really keeping the Arctic Wolves Storm Rider batters in check. As I mentioned earlier, anything around 8s, and this starts to be squeaky bum time, I think, here for the batters, as it is crept above 7.5 already. End of the 10th, FinCricket were 55 for 4, so now 20 is the difference. The equivalent stage, so 20 behind Arctic Wolves here. Somebody's going to need to put a fiery innings together to get them towards this total in the second half. We shall be seeing Rajivan Selvascantaraja to take his first over from the water tower end. And that one's just chipped out over the vacant mid-on area. Long on will come round and just keep that 1 to 1. That one straight and on a good length. Chowdhury just blocks it back. There's no run. An appeal there for, looked like something straight off the middle of the bat. He thought there was a bit of pad in there first before connecting with the bat. In any case, umpire Ravindra not interested. There's just a single there to short mid, which brings Anand back on to strike. And there's a fielder out there, and sure enough, he comes round and swallows that one 2/3 of the way to deep mid wicket. So, the fall of the 4th wicket with the score on 37 sees Anand depart for 2 from 5 balls, and Selvascantaraja gets his first wicket. Rajivan, or Jiva, as he's sometimes referred to, the length of that surname, no wonder. Jivan, we'll call him. His first wicket, caught by Mehta, it was out there, safe pair of hands. Sapan on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Not hit all that hard, just up in the air, an easy enough grab from him. So that sees the end of Anand. He's going to be joined by Imran. Asim Imran, I think. Yep, Asim Imran, number 72. Some pressure's on here. New batter coming to the crease. 8 matches so far this season for him. He's only scored 41 runs with a strike rate of 100, so he's going to need to do something special here if he's going to get his team into a position to chase down this relatively small target of 111, creeping up towards 8 here. Pressure's back on to the... And, well, he's not going to do anything special. He's cleaned up first ball, misses a straight one, and he's gone for a golden. That's 37 for 5 now. Hat-trick ball next up for Jivan. It's all happening here. The Arctic Wolves have somebody in the lower order that can hang around with Chowdhury. That's what they're going to need to do. It wasn't Imran, and it'll be number 13, Saeed, I think it is, to join him. MD Saeed it is. Is he going to be an unlucky 13 or not? In any case, hat-trick ball. What's the field? Any changes to this? Or doesn't look... FinCricket skippers don't look too interested in bringing the field in, so the field remains unchanged. Saeed trying to get a bat on it, doesn't manage to do so, through to the keeper. So 37 for 5 at the end of the 11th. Selvas Kantaraja 2 for 2 from his first. Pressure now firmly on the batting side. Arctic Wolves. (37 for 5 at the end of 11, 62 for 5. So same wickets in the wickets column, to be fair. FinCricket managed to put a few little partnerships together at the end, but 62 for 5 against 37 for 5. That's 25, the difference already, and that run rate required is now crept up above 8, 8.22, 74 from 9 is the requirement. Seth to continue to Chowdhury. Is Chowdhury going to be the hero today or not? Let's see. Seth into him. Bowls a little bit of a quicker one, and they'll come through for a single. That's just dabbed out to cover the cover area. Only one. Cover fielder just he's stepping back. I was going to say he's bringing himself tighter in the ring, but he's not. Just walking back. Saeed is facing, just dabs that one. And that should be an easy enough run as it goes past the bowler. Longhorn has to come around to the ring. Vacant mid-on area and make a single. I'm going to need to get more than singles though shortly. 8.31 run rate required currently. Chowdhury 9 from 26 so far. Seth into him. Straight back to the bowler, no run. Par score currently 65, so they're well behind the par as well. Seth's in, and that one is smashed away, but they want to cover fielder out there. Sweeper, yeah, they have, just the one. Is that Mehta? Yeah, it is Mehta out there. A reliable three-der with a good arm. Only a single. Brings up 40 for the Arctic Wolves. Inside it is, who's back on strike. Slower offie again this time. Changing his pace here, Seth, just to keep these batters wondering what's up next. They're not reading him at the moment. In any case, just the 3 singles of this one so far. One left. And just about to say another play and a miss, but a wide play and a miss. Signalled by umpire Venkat. Another one to the score. Seth to ball, last ball of the 12th. There's another quicker one. Batter doesn't time it, but there's nobody at mid-on where the ball came down, so the long-on fielder comes round just to clean up on that one, and it'll be another single which means 42 for 5 is the score at the end of the 12th. And again, just to give you the comparison, 69 for 6 was the FinCricket score at the end of the 12th over, so 42 for 5 versus 69 for 6. 27 now the gap in runs at the equivalent stage of this innings, as Selvas Kantaraja continues. That's just chip for one to long off fielder. Chowdhury doesn't make any contact on that. Or if he did, in any case, the keeper didn't manage to snaffle it, so there's no run. Threw him before he knew it. And big swing and a miss. And the leg stump is pegged back again. Selvas Kantaraja here with a, well, game-changing spell by the looks of it. That's 3 for 3 from his first 9 balls. So 43 at the loss of the 6th wicket, and it's Chowdhury that's going to go, again having eaten up a lot of balls. 10 from 30 for him. So, number 23 it is. The Arctic Wolves, Abdullah Shawan. To join Saeed at the wicket in this 13th over. Is this going to be the 13th unlucky over for Arctic Wolves? Can't help but think if Selvas Kantaraja takes another one here, and it's going to be curtains for Arctic Wolves. Run rate's now crept above 9, and they're not really picking these little floaty offies from Rajivan. Selvas Kantaraja 3 for 3, pushing for an MVP if he gets another one, and almost does. Not quite sure with the slip in there what the idea was for that shot. He didn't guide it to the keeper, he was going to guide it to the slipper. Anyway, in again. Quite sure what the bowler was appealing for there. Looked like straight off the middle of the bat, and anyway. By Ravindra, not interested, rightly so. Just walks away from his position, and Selvas Kantaraja will continue. Just played around the corner, nice little dab this time. He'll come through for one. Not too many of those at the moment, and that's the end of the 13th. 44 for the loss of 6 wickets is the score. .71 for 6 FinCricket had at the same stage. As it's Seth to continue his 3rd over. 9 for 1 currently, and that's played out to the wide. Well, somewhere between extra cover and Wide mid off on the ring. There's no run. Show on it is facing currently. Can either of these batters do something here? Get Arctic Wolves nearer the total. There's a dab into the covers. They'll come through for a single. It's a good pick up and throw. Batsman was in though. Saeed it was, running to the danger end. Backing up well enough to complete the run. But they need more than singles now. Required run rate creeping up towards 10. 10 and over from here on in with 6 down is going to be a big ask from these Arctic Wolves lower order. And let's see, stranger things have happened. That's down the leg side and a wide. Umpire Venkat given the call, well stopped by the keeper. Managing to avoid giving away more runs off that wide ball. Seth, it is to continue. And a wide on the other side of the wicket this time. Over adjusting. Ooh. Just about to say, looked like edging that one to slip, and he got enough of a thick edge on it. They go past what's probably a vacant third or fourth slip area for a single. 2 wides and 2 dots so far off this over. Not enough for Arctic Wolves. FinCricket happy with that situation, and the block hole manages to dig that one out. Cover fielder doesn't take that cleanly, and there's another single, and that'll be the end. I beg your pardon, no wides in there, not the end of the 14th. 49 for 6 the score currently. 2 balls left in the over. And that's short this time, dragged down. Played around the corner, will they come back on the arm? They will. The arm isn't strong enough. There's a direct hit, but the batter, I think, safely made his ground. Umpire Ravindra just walking in to reset the stumps. Easy enough to bring up the 50 for Arctic Wolves. Seth's most expensive over then so far. 7 of this, with 1 to come. So if they get runs off this, they need 2 or 3 runs off this to keep up with the rate required. And this one, right up into the sun. I can't see as a fielder coming around. It's going to fall short. Misfield as well. Our corner fielder coming in from the boundary to what was a wide mid-on area. Neither caught it nor fielded it, and gave away an extra run in the process. So they'll take 2 off that last one, which means they'll go along to 53 for 6 at the end of the 14th. So 9 off that. That's the sort of numbers that they're going to need from here on in. 9.67 the required rate off the last 6. Are we going to see a thriller after all, or will FinCricket manage to keep this over rate under control? .53 for 6 from 14. 79 for 6. The same score. Sorry, the score at the same stage for FinCricket. 26 the difference in FinCricket's favour currently. Selvas Kantaraja it is who will continue with his 3rd. Fabulous figures. 4 for 3 currently. Takes another one here, and as I was saying last over, looking for an MVP award. Anyway, swing and a miss, no run. This time, this one clears the fielder. Mehta does out there at deep mid. Sailed over his head for 6. So as this Shawan is going to be the man here for Arctic Wolves. Good connection there. Nobody's done that so far for the Arctic Wolves. Selvas Kantaraja's figure's taken a bit of a hit. First boundary as well for a long while. So is there still a story to be told here? The Arctic Wolves lower order. Selvas Kantaraja coming in again. And after the big six, tried to adjusted too much, wide outside the off stump. And this one, repeat dose. The batter falling over, but managed to get enough on that one to go all the way again. Another six. A sting in the tail, is there something here? Dot 6 wide 6. Interesting. Bowling figures all of a sudden not looking ordinary, but certainly looking very different than they were at the start of this over. 60, so all the sixes going on here. 66 for 6. That's 45 needed off 5.5. So the run rate coming back down towards 8 again with those couple of maximums. We're going to store next. Yep, good cricket. Just dabbed down to backward point, just for a single on the ring. Shawan there getting down to the non-strikers after 2 maximums. Smart cricket there from him. And this one is just played out towards mid-wicket. The sweeper's going to come round, and yeah, they'll send him back, just keep it at 1. One ball left in the 15th. Good over so far for the Arctic Wolves. 15 off it. What's going to be off this last one? And again, has he got enough on that? He certainly has. Again, right over the mid-wicket. That's a repeat shot. 3 of those in the same over. Almost to exactly the same point. Wow. 74 for 6 all of a sudden. I won't say quite yet game turn on its head, but a huge over for the Arctic Wolves there. Massive impact on the run rate. It's coming back down at 7.4. Not quite sure why water's needed. The end of the 15th. So we've gone from a 26 run gap at the end of the previous over. 74 for 6. 82 for 6 was the FinCricket score. So only 8 in it now at the end of the 15th. Interesting. Didn't really see that coming. Selvas Kantaraja bowled 2 really tight first 2 overs, and then his third one. 3 maximums are wide and 2 singles. So he's gone from, his figures have gone to 25 for 3. Don't think he'll see another one here. Found the ball. So the Arctic Wolves spare ball box carry out is not required. So interesting turn of events here. 16th over now due. The 15th over, all sorts of happening. It's Mohandas now that's going to come on from the residential, and he's got 1 over left. Bowled 3 overs for 9 so far. No run. So his last over, Mohandas bowled his previous 3 from the water tower end, this one from the residential end, and that's, that's a shot of a length guided towards where sort of a backward gully fielder would have been, but the man's on the ring, so there's just a single. Saeed clearly wants to get his partner, the big hitting Shawan, on strike. 22 from 11 so far from him. What's he going to do now after having pumped Selvas Kantaraja for 3 maximums in the previous over? He's going to face Mohandas. Not sure what the umpire's talking to him about there, but anyway. Carry on, Mohandas to continue. And that's just played into the vacant mid-wicket area. There's no fielder there. They should come back for an easy single. Keeper and bowler both running after it. The deep mid-wicket fielder coming in as well, but none of them got to it before the second run was completed. So run rate required now back down to 7.5, as it was approaching 10 just a couple of overs ago. Shawan here with 24 from 12. Is this going to be the change factor for this match? As Mohandas continues to him, and he just nicks that one down the leg side, past the keeper. Just the one. So 2 left in the 16th. Brings Saeed on strike. A little more pedestrian strike rate from him, 10 from 11. Compared to his batting partner now at the non-strikers and 25 off 13. So FinCricket bowler Mohandas be looking to try and keep it tight here for the last 2 of his spell. And he certainly does off the first, straight through to the keeper. Saeed just trying to dab that one down through third man. Doesn't manage to make contact. Nor does he make contact with the second. So it's 2 dots to finish the 16th, with the score on 78 for 6. As Mohandas finishes with credible figures of 4 overs, no wickets for 13 runs. Well bowled. 78 for 6 at the end of the 16th, 88 for 6 was FinCricket, so 10 runs now in it again. FinCricket didn't really have any of their last 4 overs where they smashed it. Literally went at 7s and 8s, and then only 3 off the last. So it's all to play for here. Required run rate just creeping above 8 again. It's Kumar to bowl the 17th. He's gone for 12 off his first 2, and Shawan, the danger man, is on strike. This one hit straight to the cover fielder. No run. Ooh, a swing and a miss. Trying to hit that one over the sound barrier wall. Over extra cover towards the direction of Aldous Alpa. Doesn't make contact, and it's through to the keeper. Another dot. So run rate required now creeping up again to 9. A couple of dot balls. This one is pulled down. Shawan tries to pump it over mid-wicket. Just gets a thick edge into the extra cover region for a single. Not where he intended to put it. Kumar keeping it tight here, which he obviously needs to if FinCricket are going to come away with this one. He's in again, and that's caught at the second attempt. Short cover. Thought he'd hit that one well enough, but no, straight at the fielder. So Saeed departs with the score on 79. 79 for 7. Saeed 10 from 14. So 48. Mansoor Afzali, opening bowler for Arctic Wolves, in next. Is he the man that's going to stick around with Shawan? Kumar's figures now 2 for 13 in his third. 7 down. Run rate now creeping up again towards 10. This one played and missed, trying to guide it down to the deep third man boundary fielder. Doesn't manage to do so, and that's through to the keeper for a dot. Only a single so far of this over, and there'll be another. I don't think they'll come back for a second. No. Cover fielder coming around a point to field that one, which means at the end of the 17th, 80 for 7 is the score, and Shawan, unfortunately, I think for Arctic Wolves, is now not on strike with a single off the last there to Afzali. 80 for 7. Arctic Wolves, FinCricket 95 for 7, so the gap again creeping up to 15. At the same stage, let's have a look if we can. What's par? 93. So 13 behind par at this stage. 15 behind what FinCricket were, and it's going to be Seth to bowl the 18th. He's gone for 18 for 1 of his first 3, so it's his last over. Afzali it is on strike. Can't help but think that he just needs to get down the other end, single off the first. Give Shawan the strike and not eat up too many balls here in the 18th. That's a wide. Not what the FinCricket team will be looking for now, with Seth trying to keep it tight and eat up a few balls at Afzali, the new batter. Now they're in the position of Shawan, the big hitter, and the non-striker, but there's another wide. The bowler Seth is aware that he needs to try and keep Afzali on strike, but at the same time pushing the ball out too wide and giving away 2 wides at the start of this 18th critical over. What's going to be here? Floated that one up, and that's dabbed through the vacant cover area, but it's only dabbed for a single. Extra cover fielder coming around. Let's keep that to 1. Run rate required now approaching 10. Shawan's already showed though, and if he opens his shoulders, boundary 6 is well within his range. So Seth now with all to play for. What's he going to do? A similar bowler to Selvas Kantaraja, who disappeared before, but there's a top edge and that's straight up in the air. Is somebody going to get underneath it? He does. Takes the catch. Is that the end for the Arctic Wolves? 83 for 8 now, and danger man Shawan will have to go. 26 off 17 for him. A great effort there in the latter stages, but unless Arctic Wolves have dynamite in the 10 and 11, and this is looking like FinCricket we're going to take this one. 34 it is. Aminul Islam. To join bowling partner Afzali at the wicket. Only scored 39 runs this season from 11 matches at a strike rate just shy of 100. So Unless Islam or Afzali have something hidden up their sleeves at the moment. This is looking like FinCricket's game to lose. Seth in his last over, 2 for 21. Good figures from him so far. Manager could compose himself after those first 2 wides. This one is swiped over the bowler, and long on and come round and just keep that to a single. So Islam gets off the mark. Single's not enough now, as the run rate immediately creeps up towards 11. Dots and wickets. And that one is pumped out towards cow corner. Cow corner field on bounce. There'll only be a single. It's well hit. Not well enough, however, to reach the boundary before the fielder could come round and save it. So 2 wides, 3 singles, and a wicket thus far in the 18th. What's this going to do? Just back of a length, a slightly quicker one. Less air on that one. Islam wasn't up to the task, straight through to the keeper, and that's a dot. Bit of lace work needed for the non-striker, Afzali. Seth entices laces. There's 1 left in the 18th. Arctic Wolves going to need something off this, give themselves any chance to reach 111. And there's another swing and a miss, unfortunately for them. So Seth finishes his spell 2 for 23 from 4, 85 for 8 is the score at the end of the 18th. .103 for 8, FinCricket were. So 18 ahead at the same stage, and it's going to take a massive effort here from the Arctic Wolves' last few batters if they're going to get anywhere near the score. Kumar it is that will bowl out his 4th. This one is played through extra cover and there's only a single. Brings Islam back on to strike. And that's tries to play it finer, doesn't manage to do so. Ooh, direct hit, it would have been gone. Just to say, he's trying to play it finer to this vacant fine leg area. It doesn't manage to do so, just squirts it out towards square leg. Come through for 2. Run rate required now creeping up towards 14. So they're going to have to score a few boundaries in here if they're going to keep up with the rate. Arctic Wolves batters, and there's not going to be one of them. That's just going to come down inside the circle. Only one as the mid-wicket fielder comes round from a wide mid-wicket to a central mid-wicket position. Just the one. That's Kumar. 3 balls left in the 19th. Swing and a miss. Not what the doctor ordered here for Arctic Wolves. Can't afford any dots anymore. That's going up now to 16.5. 22 off 8 balls, the requirement. They've got to get a boundary here. They're going to keep in the race. Can Afzali do it? Kumar's in, and Afzali just hits that one, but it's up in the air. Should be an easy catch, and it is. Cover fielder comes round to swallow that one. And that's the fall of the 9th on 89. Looks like being curtains here for Arctic Wolves Storm Riders. Zafsali departs for 4 from 7. The last man in for Arctic Wolves, number 14, Hossem. And Hossam, number 11, not scored a run from the 3 matches that he's played so far this season. And he's got 22 to get in 8 or 9 balls. Have a look. No, less even, sorry. 7. 22 off 7, approaching 19. Run rate required. He's got to get something off this. He'll have anything like a chance to make up the runs. And there's... no, I was just waiting for that was going to be a wide signal. It wasn't. It's a dot. And that's the end of the 19th. The wheels coming off here for Arctic Wolves. The Storm Riders are in the middle of a storm. There's an over left and they need 22. Hossan and Islam, the last pair at the wicket with 1 over remaining. It's a tall order. FinCricket were 107 for 9 off 19, so well ahead here. They only managed to score 3 off the 20th, hence their target only of 111. But it's going to be Jagu Rajamundri Satyanarayanan to bowl his first over, and not only has he bowled it, but he's also bowled Islam, his first ball, and that's curtains for Arctic Wolves. 89 all out. They are off the first ball of the 20th over. So we did have a low-scoring thriller. However, not as close a thriller it looked at one stage when Shawan was hitting those 3 maximums. As it is, it's victory for the FinCricket team. As they bowl out the Arctic Wolves Storm Riders for only 89, defending the FinCricket score of 110, and defend it they did. So it'll be promotion for FinCricket to the FPL. They will replace the J team, who finished last in the FPL standings and are automatically relegated as a result. It'll mean that the Arctic Wolves have still 1 bite at the cherry to play off against the 7th, second last team, Tampere Cricket Club, for the final spot in FPL 2025. So as it is, it's FinCricket who shall proceed directly. Great performance in the field there, second innings, defending a small total in a sunny afternoon. The outfield speeding up, took most of their catches, bowled wicket to wicket most of the time, and that was enough to get them over the line. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It's been a pleasure. We'll have a few more games still to come this season down here at the Kerava National Cricket Ground, but as it is for today, we're done and dusted. It's a great win for the FinCricket Club over Arctic Wolves Storm Riders. Do join us again on Cricket Finland YouTube. This is Andrew Armitage signing off. Saturday afternoon, the last day of August. September matches still to come. Do join us again. Hope you enjoyed the afternoon experience, and we look forward to seeing you again a few more times before the end of the 2024 season. Thank you, one and all. Over and out.